Hi everyone. So I'm back in Indiana now. I was very upset to well, no, okay. I wasn't very upset to leave New York. I was pretty upset. I'm glad to be back to Indiana, to Notre Dame, because I'm starting my second year of my MFA program. Back in a real apartment. I'm not in the Webster anymore. Yeah, now that I'm not there, I can tell you that the name of the place where I was staying is called the Webster. And I really need to stop doing air quotes. So let's see if I can stop doing that. You can see the beautiful place where I live. This over here is a mural that I sort of drew on the wall with those display boards that you get for like science fair projects in middle school. Unfortunately, it keeps falling down, so it's actually twice as big as this, but it's supposed to be like a tree. It's a tree branch, and then I cut out leaves from magazines and stuff and stuck it all over there, and then my friends draw things on it whenever they're over in my apartment. And usually people only draw, I keep crayons over there, and you know, the idea is anytime someone comes over, they can draw something on it or write me a cute little letter or like tell me how great I am or whatever. But people usually end up drawing on it when they're really drunk. So now there are all these vulgar things on my wall, but that's okay because we all laugh at them again when they're over and drawing more drunk, vulgar things the next time they're here. I feel like using words like vulgar makes me sound like an old woman. But as I was saying to my friend Jenny, I've basically been 80 years old since I was born. I have this theory that actually at heart I'm like an 80-year-old gay man, trapped in the body of a 23-year-old grad student with bad eyesight. Oh, okay. So I was going to say that one of the benefits to being a grad student that you wouldn't potentially expect is that it becomes much more satisfying to read things that might just be part of your normal reading life during the summer or pre-grad school, but then once you're expected to be intelligent and serious most of the time, it gains this sort of rebellious, fun edge to be able to read young adult or romance novels or science fiction or all the things that I actually enjoy reading. So I have something for you today, and what I have for you is a reading list of things to keep you from going crazy with your own self-importance when you are in grad school. First up, one of my favorites that I actually bought in the Notre Dame bookstore last year and read in the bookstore while getting disapproving glances from professors. It's called Zombies versus Unicorns. It's in fact a collection of short stories by a bunch of really awesome young adult writers about actually not zombies fighting unicorns, but they're stories about either zombies or unicorns, and the idea is you, the reader, have to decide which you think is the better mythological creature. I thought I would be Team Unicorn, but I'm totally Team Zombie. I reviewed this book a few months ago on the blog, so you know this. My favorite story in the whole book is, what's it called? Oh, it's called Love Will Tear Us Apart by Leah Dawn Johnson, and it's this completely awesome, like, star-crossed gay zombie romance, which sounds insane, but it's amazing. And if you never thought zombies could be romantic, in fact, they can. I don't know how she did it, but it's pretty great. So this is my recommendation. If you want to stay sane as a grad student, read something that everyone will think is really trashy and fluffy, and especially read Zombies versus Unicorns, which is in bookstores everywhere. If you're looking for something a little more esoteric and even trashier that will make people judge you even more, I have something even better for you in just a second. It's called The Windflower by Laura London, which is actually a pen name for a writing team, a man and a woman, actually. Shocking. It's about this, like, really annoying, innocent ingenue named Mary who sets sail for England with her maiden aunt, but then they're beset by pirates, and she's taken captive aboard the pirate ship, which is called the Black Joke. And she, you know, ends up bonding with the pirates and their pet pig. This book is amazing, like, pirates with a pet pig and they sail on the Black Joke, and like it's all ridiculous. It's also an awesome book and an awesome romance novel. I heard about it through Smart Bitches Trashy Books, which is this great book review website. I talk about them all the time. I basically worship them. They were instrumental in my deciding that reading trashy books was good for me and actually good for my writing, and I will stick to that. I admire this book a lot, actually. There are things that, like, I can't write romance the way they can. You know, not everybody can, and I think it's like I think it's legitimate, so take that, fancy pants MFA program that I attend. The best thing about The Windflower is actually one of the secondary characters, this guy named Cat. They actually feature him. He's right there on the back of the book. He's a young pirate lad, and he's super awesome, and I adore him, and I kind of wish he had been the hero, but unfortunately they have to go with this guy. I think the character's name is Devon, and he's just... Am I pointing at the girl? Nope. This is Devon. This is Mary. They're both really annoying. But the book is still awesome, and you should read it. Unfortunately, it's not available in bookstores everywhere. I had to buy this online at Battle World Books. This is embarrassing. I paid $27 for it. As you can see on the back, the original price was, I think, $3.95. Yeah. Yep, $3.95, and yet I paid $27 for it on the internet because I had heard such good things about it from Smart Bitches Trashy Books, and in fact, it's pretty awesome. You know, you pay more than $27 for some new hardcovers anyway, which is sort of how I justified this to myself. If you feel like being a grad student is just making you want to die and that, like, you're taking yourself way too seriously, you need to find a 1970s era romance novel, but preferably one that's not too old school with, like, all the depressing things that come with old school romances, like, you know, romanticized rape and, like, other horrifying things like that. This doesn't have that. It only has the fun, ridiculous, campy awesomeness. Not much of that, like, horrifying anti-feminist stuff. Not that you never find that in books of today, you know, Twilight. If you live near me, by the way, I will totally lend these books to you, but if you don't give them back to me, I will hunt you down and kill you. You know, I can do that from my first video blog when I talked about what a good shot I am, which is actually true. You can ask my father. He raised me hunting and fishing, and I am awesome with a rifle, so I will actually kill you if you don't give your books back to me. For reals. Not really. Maybe a little. Zombies versus Unicorns, The Windflower. Together, they will keep you sane as a grad student. This is the best possible advice I could offer you. It's hard won. Take it. I'll be back with more trashy books. Oh my god, with the quotation mark fingers. I need to stop that. I need to stop. Okay. I'm stopping. That is never happening. Ever again. Ever again.